since we're so close.
Oh. It's just me. This is the ones that are on call.
Oh, okay, let's do that.
I think we have to.
I'm sorry, Mr. Have a seat, but I want to do a little housekeeping. I'd like to lift the calls on AB 197, AB 1013, AB 886, and AB 1330. Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to do the bills individually, guys. I'm going to do the bills individually. Let's start with AB 197, which is Mr. Garcia's bill. Please call the roll, or please call the absent members.
Yes. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. Patterson? No. Patterson, no. Ashajian? Ashajian, aye. Bonilla? Bonilla, aye. Burke? Daly? Eggman? Eggman, aye. Garcia? Hadley?
No.
Hadley, no. Hernandez? Jones? Jones, no. Quirk? Santiago? Santiago, aye. Ting?
Aye.
Ting, aye. Williams? Williams, aye. She didn't answer.
That bill is on call. AB 1013, the author is Mr. Quirk. AB 1013.
Oh, 5, because 10:05.
Item number 6, AB 1013, Mr. Quirk.
Rendon?
Aye.
Well, do pass and refer to the Appropriations Committee. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. Patterson? Patterson, aye. Ashajian? Ashajian, aye. Bonilla? Bonilla, aye. Burke? Burke, aye. Daly? Daly, aye. Eggman? Eggman, aye. Garcia? Hadley? Hadley, aye. Hernandez? Jones? Jones, aye. Quirk? Santiago? Santiago, aye. Ting?
Aye.
Ting, aye. Williams? Williams, aye. 12-0.
That bill has 12 votes. That bill is out. Next up is AB 886, which is Mr. Chow. Oh, we're going to lift the call on that, correct? We'll lift the call on AB 886 for Mr. Chow.
Shajian?
No.
Let me, just to repeat the action for those that weren't here, do pass and refer to Privacy and Consumer Protection. The Shajian, no. Jones?
No.
Jones, no. Ting?
Not voting.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I got 4, 6.
That bill has 4 votes. Mr. Chow requested reconsideration, which is granted. Next up is AB 1330, which is Mr. Bloom's bill.
The motion is do pass as amended and re-refer to the Appropriations Committee. Ashajian?
No.
Ashajian, no. Bonilla?
Aye.
Bonilla, aye. Daly?
No.
Daly, no. Eggman?
Aye.
Eggman, aye. Hernandez? Jones?
No.
Jones, no. Santiago?
Aye.
Santiago, aye. Ting?
Aye.
Ting, aye.
That bill has 9 votes. AB 1330 is out. Thank you, members. Mr. Ting, this
Thank
is
you, Mr.
AB
Chair.
1360.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Members, AB 1360, we've heard a lot about TNC, so I won't go into great detail about it. Very simply, this bill allows TNCs to do what cabs can already do, which is split the fares. I respectfully ask for your aye vote and happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Ting. You're going to waive the rest of your presentation?
Yes,
Or?
we'll waive.
Okay, you're going to waive. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in support of this bill?
And there were amendments he's going to.
Mr. Ting, there are amendments. Are you taking the amendments?
Yes, we are.
Thank you, sir. Supporters?
Alex Floyd on behalf of Uber Technologies in strong support of AB 1360.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Matt Robinson on behalf of the Peninsula Corridor Rail Joint Powers Board, also known as Caltrain. This bill allows Lyft and Uber and other services like that to provide a very valuable first mile, last mile service to our system. So we urge your aye vote. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Pierre Delforge on behalf of Natural Resources Defense Council in support of the bill.
Thank you, sir. Is there anyone who wishes to
Just officially,
Oh, I'm sorry.
TechNet is
See
a
ya.
sponsor in support of the bill.
apologize?
Internet Association sponsor in support of the bill.
This is Annabelle Chang on behalf of Lyft. We are also in strong support of the bill.
Thank you.
Alex Rosenthal on behalf of Sidecar. We also support the bill.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone who wishes to speak in opposition to this bill? Can we free up, let's free up about 3 seats, please.
Barry Broad with the
Or free up
Teamsters.
2, I guess.
With the amendments, we'll remove our opposition to the bill.
Sit down. Thank you. Others in support?
May we approach?
Sure, come on. I'm sorry, others in opposition.
There you go.
Sir.
So I am Mark Ruberg with the San Francisco Taxi Workers Alliance. We are, through the National Taxi Workers Alliance, an affiliate of the AFL-CIO. On its surface, what can you say that's bad about it? It allows people to pick up multiple passengers and take them to their destination. It's great for the environment, right? Wrong. There is a study that came out of UC Berkeley, the UC Transportation Center last summer, that showed that the ride services like Uber and Lyft, exactly 6% of their passengers are people who would have otherwise used their car to get where they're going. 39% would have used a taxi, 33% would have used public transportation. This is taking passengers away from both taxis and public transportation and putting them in vehicles that are proliferating at a rate that a rabbit colony couldn't, possibly come near. In San Francisco, there are over Uber itself has said that they have 16,000 drivers in San Francisco. Lyft has said in a public forum that they have tens of thousands of drivers in San Francisco. Maybe it's an exaggeration, but there we are. San Francisco is now the second most congested city in the country. You can guess which is first, but we're catching up. We're catching up. And this is a huge part of it. I drive a cab myself. I see it every time I go out on the streets. It's truly phenomenal. What is happening here is more and more and more people are putting cars on the road to provide this service that would otherwise be provided by public transit and by taxis. It's not. It's been an environmental disaster. In San Francisco, we have the greenest taxi fleet in the country, almost 100% hybrids and low emissions vehicles. These vehicles, by the CPUC's own rules, can be SUVs, vans, minivans, pickup trucks, and there are vehicles like that on the road among the tens of thousands. So I think the whole premise of this is mistaken. I think you have to take into consideration that these services are taking real jobs away from real people and substituting casual and precarious labor for the work of people who have invested their lives in this work, and that includes workers in public transportation, because the more they make inroads there, the fewer jobs there will be in public transportation.
Thank you, sir.
Can I just make one?
Very quickly.
Just want to say that this service right now that they're providing is completely illegal under California law. And, when you go ahead and pass something like this, you are rewarding companies that are thumbing their nose, that are violating the law, and that have absolutely no respect for the rule of law.
Thank you very much, sir. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in opposition?
Chris Quinn, Greater California Livery Association. Thanks for having us here today, allowing us to speak again in opposition of AB 1360. Once again, this becomes similar in nature. It's becomes a parity issue. There are already provisions in PUC code that allow a company that wishes to charge in such a way to go ahead and get either an A permit or a PSC license to go ahead and cover that. This is just another means of stripping all those regulations away and allowing really, again, no issue with the tech model, but allowing the end side of that, the vehicle on the road, to really be unregulated. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. In opposition?
Mr. Chair and members, Michael Bolden on behalf of the Service Employees International Union. With the author's acceptance of the amendments in the committee analysis, our opposition is removed. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Again, I'm Marcelo Fonseca, 27-year career cab driver, resident of the Sunset District. You are in my district, or I am in your district. Very disappointed with you for introducing
Sir,
this
what's
bill.
your position on the bill?
I strongly oppose the bill.
Thank you, sir.
Barry Carngold, San Francisco cab drivers. I'm also with the San Francisco Taxi Workers Alliance. I'd like to say that's incorrect, that this allows
What's your position on the bill, sir?
I oppose it.
Okay.
Cab drivers cannot cannot charge individual fares.
Thank you very much, sir. Are there any support, opposition? Are there any questions from the committee members? Seeing none, would you like to close, Mr. Ting?
Again, this is just a way for consumers to benefit. It saves consumers' monies. The drivers who are driving these cars now will make more money, and they will also take fewer rides, so it's better for the environment.
Thank you, Mr. Ting. The chair's recommendation is do pass as amended. We have a motion for Mr. Daly and a second for Mr. Hadley. Please take the roll.
The motion is do pass as amended and re-referred to Privacy and Consumer Protections Committee. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. Patterson? Aye. Patterson, aye. Ashajian? Aye. Ashajian, aye. Bonilla? Aye. Bonilla, aye. Burke? Aye. Burke, aye. Daly?
Aye.
Daly, aye. Eggman? Aye. Eggman, aye. Garcia? Hadley?
Aye.
Hadley, aye. Hernandez? Jones?
Aye.
Jones, aye. Quirk?
Aye.
Quirk, aye. Santiago? Aye. Santiago, aye. Ting?
Aye.
Ting, aye. Williams?
Aye.
Williams, aye.
We have 13 aye votes. That bill is out, Mr. Ting. I could ask the members to bear with me a little bit. We're almost done. I wanted to do a little more housekeeping first. We did not have a quorum when we heard AB 197, which is Mr. Garcia's bill.
Move the bill.
Thank you. So we have a motion from Mr. Quirk and a second from Ms. Burke. You already took the roll call vote.
Yes, I do need to find out from Dotson if we need to retake the vote.
Okay.
And so that would be the same with...
And then we also did not have a quorum when we heard AB 1013, which is Mr. Quirk's bill. We took the roll.
I'll move that bill.
Mr. Williams will make the motion, and Mr. Hadley will make a second.
Beautiful.
Okay, now we have a consent calendar. AB 1262 and AB 1524 are on today's consent calendar. The chair's recommendation is do pass. We have a motion for Mr. Ashajian.
Second.
And a second for Mr. Quirk. Please take the roll on the consent calendar.
For AB 12...
I'm sorry, hold on for just a second. So the motion is to approve the consent calendar, refer AB 1262 to Appropriations Committee with recommendation to the consent calendar, and AB 1524 to Judiciary Committee with recommendation to the consent calendar. That's the motion that you made, Mr. Chajian. Mr. Hadley, that's the motion that you seconded. Thank you both.
AB 1262, do pass and re-refer to Appropriations with recommendation to consent calendar. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. Patterson? Patterson, aye. Ashajian? Ashajian, aye. Bonilla? Bonilla, aye. Burke? Burke, aye. Daly? Daly, aye. Eggman? Eggman, aye. Christina Garcia? Aye. Garcia. Hadley? Hadley, aye. Hernandez? Jones?
Aye.
Jones, aye. Quirk?
Aye.
Quirk, aye. Santiago? Santiago, aye. Ting? Ting, aye. Williams? Williams, aye. 14-0.
The consent calendar is out.
Not yet. AB 1524, do pass as amended and re-referred to Judiciary Committee with recommendation to the consent calendar. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. Patterson?
This consent?
This is consent.
Patterson, aye.
Aye, yes.
Ashajian? Ashajian, aye. Bonilla? Bonilla, aye. Burke? Burke, aye. Daly? Daly, aye. Eggman? Eggman, aye. Garcia? Garcia, aye. Hadley? Hadley, aye. Hernandez? Jones? Jones, aye. Quirk? Quirk, aye. Santiago? Santiago, aye. Ting? Ting, aye. Williams? Williams, aye. 14-0.
That bill is out. This concludes the hearing of bills. We're going to hold the roll open for 10 minutes to allow...
Wait a second. Don't we need a vote on the Garcia bill, or did I miss something? You took motions now on my bill.
We're waiting to hear back from Johnson.
We voted
Passed
on
my bill.
We passed that bill. We passed the Garcia bill. We're going to wait to hear back if we have to re-vote.
Oh.
We're going to stay open.
But we're going to keep the roll open for 10 minutes regardless to let people add on to the other bills.
Wait a second. Do you need us to stay, or is there?
We're going to find out.
Okay, fine.
Okay, we're going to retake the votes on Garcia.
On 197.
On AB 197 Garcia. Let's retake that vote now.
It's number 2.
We have a motion from
Quirk.
Mr. Quirk and a second from Ms. Burke. This is AB 197.
AB 197, the motion was due pass and re-refer to Natural Resources Committee. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. Patterson? No. Patterson, no. Ashajian? Aye. Ashajian, aye. Bonilla? Aye. Bonilla, aye. Burke? Burke, aye. Daly? Eggman? Aye. Eggman, aye. Garcia? Aye. Garcia, aye. Hadley? No. Hadley, no. Hernandez? Jones?
No.
Jones, no. Quirk?
Aye.
Quirk, aye. Santiago? Aye. Santiago, aye. Ting? Aye. Ting, aye. Williams? Aye. Williams, aye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That bill has 10 votes. That bill is out. We're going to take a vote on AB 1013. We have a motion from Mr. Williams and a second from Mr. Hadley.
The motion was due pass and re-refer to the Appropriations Committee. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. Patterson?
Aye.
Patterson, aye. Ashajian?
Aye.
Ashajian, aye. Bonilla? Aye. Bonilla, aye. Burke? Burke, aye. Daly? Aye. Daly, aye. Eggman? Aye. Eggman, aye. Garcia? Aye. Garcia, aye. Hadley?
Aye.
Hadley, aye. Hernandez? Jones?
Aye.
Jones, aye. Quirk?
Aye.
Quirk, aye. Santiago?
Aye.
Santiago, aye. Ting?
Aye.
Ting, aye. Williams?
Aye.
Williams, aye. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 14-0.
That bill has 14 votes. That bill is out. Okay. This concludes the hearing of bills. We're going to hold the roll open to allow absent members to vote.